I think the massive takeaway here is actually not to focus on like, oh, what do I gain from this person? What do I gain from that person? It is more of a reflection of where you are in your life. And if you are not where you want to be, is it maybe your social circle that is holding you back from why you're unhappy or something?
So today we're going to be discussing the impact and maybe influence, I guess you could call it, of your social circle. What would be your guys' experiences or thoughts on somebody that doesn't believe or hasn't thought about the impact that their social circle's having on them? Would you say it has a big impact, a small impact? Like, is it something that people should actively be thinking about or not?
Yeah, definitely for me.
Yeah.
I mean, massive thing people should be thinking about, and they should be concerned about. They should be reevaluating, looking at their lives. I mean, you see numerous quotes about like the rich keep their circles small. You know, the more successful you get, the smaller your circle's going to be. That's just reevaluating over time. I wouldn't say it's a fact, but it's a fair opinion to have. So that's just my opinion on that.
There's a quote that's something along the lines of like you're a combination of like the 5 people that you spend the most time with, right? Do you guys have, I guess, any like stories or experiences about maybe times when there was a positive or negative effect from your social circle? You don't have to throw out names, but just sort of the impact that it can have.
Yeah, I go from the age of sort of 15 onwards till about 18, 19. My social circle then, all good people, nothing against them. Made some great friends, had some great times. Like, I had a lot of fun. But looking back in hindsight, that diverted my attention into the wrong areas. Things I'm thinking about now, things I'm trying to achieve now, I realized I could have done that with the right sort of people around me all those years ago.
At one stage, I actively started picking who I should spend my time with. And at first, when I first started to do this, it was more along the lines of, okay, I need to cut people out. And actually, I think that was probably wrong. It's not to say that just because your goals or your mentality is different to other people, you have to cut them out. But it's choosing how much time you spend with those people.
Yeah, the key word is time there, right? We even said it before, like you're either growing or you're dying. There's no there's no stasis where you just stay the same. So the time you're spending with those people, I know it sounds bad, but are they helping you grow? Are they giving you laughter? Are they giving you a good time? Then yeah, okay, they're helping you grow. Or are they just wasting your time? Then it's probably more on the dying side. So time is a key point to that.
I think my experience has been very different, and it's only sort of when I hit sort of late 20s that I realized what I did naturally. So for me, always as a person, I've always been about like, oh yeah, I want to have this amazing lifestyle. And naturally what I did was, and I didn't realize I was doing it, was the people around me, I would always look at them and judge them and be like, do I want to be like this person? Do I want to be more like this person? And naturally I was just naturally more attracted to people who are more successful than me because I wanted to be them.
I find now, like in more recent years, I've gone to like parties and get-togethers and stuff now. And although I can go around and gel with everyone, the people that I really click with tend to be the ones that think just like me. And you can pick them out of a crowd, and I end up spending probably 90% of my night with that one person or group of people.
So how do you guys feel when you meet someone or you're in a party or in a situation? How do you sort of gauge whether they're going to be that type of way or not?
I tend to just throw out like little nuggets and wait to see if they catch. Right. And if I'm getting nothing back from them, I won't like delve into the conversation any deeper.
To build a relationship, you have to find a common ground. So you try and hit as many points, and then when you do find that common ground, you kind of focus on that, but then you build around it. And it's very much just a networking technique. People love talking about themselves. So the only thing you have to do is ask a question that prompts the person to open up more about themselves and keep digging on that. And that person will feel like they have a connection and engagement with you, whereas you might not even be listening. The only thing you need to make sure is that you are listening so that you could ask a following question or dig deeper if you're genuinely interested.
Do you guys have friends that don't have those goals, the same goals as you, yet they provide so much value to your life as just being a good friend?
Yeah, massively.
That's just, if not the most important thing you can have, I think.
You have friends that basically fulfill every part of your social circle. So there are friends, and those friends are like those loving kind of friends. Like you find comfort in them and all this stuff. There's friends where you just have a laugh with them. Like it's literally nothing's ever serious, and you're just having a laugh.
I mean, it sounds pretty bad because like you have your different groups that you sound like a user because you use this group to party, use that group to have a laugh, you use that group to socialize yourself and get better or whatever. But it's the basis of it is that's your social circle, right?
You just gotta think who adds value to your life, and like, don't look at it as like, don't think I'm going around going, right, does he give me value? What am I gonna get from this person? Nah, that's not the way I think about it at all. It's just,
sorry, I think the massive takeaway here is actually not to focus on like, oh, what do I gain from this person? What do I gain from that person? It is more of a reflection of where you are in your life, and if you are not where you want to be, is it maybe your social circle that is holding you back from why you're unhappy or something? Sometimes people actually get held in a position where they're not achieving their full potential because they're stuck in their social circle purely for comfortability, where you're like, nah, these are my mates. We've been friends for X amount of time.
I truly think that like if you just focus on your goals, right, and set out to achieve what it is you want to achieve in life, the right people will make themselves available to you, and it will all pan out on its own without you even thinking. The right people will come into your life if you do what I think makes you happy or what you feel you need to do to better yourself. I think life just has its own sort of friend filter which helps you out anyway.
One of the key things I'm getting from this is it's not so much about cutting people out or figuring out where to spend most of your time. I think one of the keys is balance. You don't want to be too one-minded on any one particular thing. That's kind of obsession. You want to just have balance of many different areas of your life. You want a different circle of friends for everything, and then once you have those circles, you can choose how to spend your time, I guess. But yeah, for me, balance is a big one. It's the main message I take from this.
On that one, I think it's a lot about reflection and seeing if there's certain things that do hold you back, and if it is your social circle, then maybe those things need to change. But life's about change, and you should embrace change.